Have you ever felt like no matter how hard you try, you just can't seem to make a real connection with those mature women who captivate you? You know, the ones who seem to have everything figured out, who carry themselves with a kind of grace and wisdom that you can't quite put into words. Maybe you've been in situations where you try to impress them, and yet nothing seems to work. Frustrating, isn't it? But here's the thing. What if I told you that the problem isn't in what you're saying or doing, but in how you're positioning yourself? What if there are two key ways of presenting yourself that, if you master them, could turn the tables entirely in your favor? Today, we're going to dive deep into two powerful positions that ignite passion in mature women. And I'm not talking about anything crude or shallow. I mean, something deeper, something that speaks directly to their hearts and their minds. By the end of this video, you'll not only understand what these positions are, but you'll also know how to use them to your advantage to become truly irresistible. So, if you're ready to become the kind of man who commands attention and respect from the women he desires, stay with me, because what I'm about to share could be the breakthrough you've been looking for. Let me paint you a picture. Imagine you're at a social event, maybe a gathering with friends, a business party, or even just a cozy coffee shop. Across the room, you see her, a woman who stands out from the crowd, not just because of her beauty, but because of the way she carries herself. She's composed, elegant, and her eyes seem to hold 1,000 stories. She's surrounded by people, men included, but you can tell she's not really impressed by anyone. She's seen it all, heard it all, and you start to wonder, how do I become the man that breaks through that wall of indifference? How do I get her to see me as someone worth her time? This is where most men get it wrong. They think they need to be flashy, loud, or overly confident. They start talking about their achievements, their successes, throwing around big words, trying to impress. But a woman like her, a mature woman who knows herself, can see right through that. What she's really looking for is something far more rare, and that's exactly what we're going to explore now. The first position that truly ignites passion in a mature woman is what I call calm confidence. Now, don't confuse this with arrogance or bravado. Calm confidence is the kind of self-assurance that doesn't need to shout or demand attention. It's the way you carry yourself when you walk into a room. It's in the steady way you hold her gaze, in the way you listen to her words without feeling the need to interrupt or prove something. Picture this. You're having a conversation with her. Instead of leaning in and speaking quickly, you take your time. You listen to what she says, you nod thoughtfully, and you respond with a calm smile that shows you're present, that you're there with her, not just waiting for your turn to speak. This kind of confidence says that you're not intimidated by her or by her past experiences. You're not trying to impress her because you already know your own value. And here's the secret. A mature woman finds this incredibly attractive because it's rare. It shows that you have control over your own emotions, that you're not easily swayed by insecurities or doubts. This is the kind of man who stands out because he's grounded in who he is. And that energy is magnetic to a woman who's seen enough of the world to recognize authenticity. Now, let's move to the second position. And this one is a game changer, genuine curiosity. Think about it. When was the last time you asked someone a question and truly cared about the answer? Most people ask questions to be polite or to pass the time, but they're not really listening. With mature women, curiosity is everything. They've lived through more. They've had experiences, stories, dreams that go beyond the surface level. And they crave someone who doesn't just want to know them, but wants to understand them. Imagine this. Instead of the usual small talk, you ask her about her passions, her dreams, the things that light up her soul. You're not just looking for a way into her life, you're genuinely interested in what makes her who she is. You listen not just with your ears, but with your whole presence. You ask follow-up questions because you're fascinated, not because you're trying to score points. That's the kind of curiosity that makes a woman feel seen, valued, and desired on a level that goes beyond the superficial. And here's the beautiful part. When you combine these two positions, calm confidence and genuine curiosity, you create a powerful dynamic. You become the man who doesn't just look at her, but sees her. The man who doesn't just hear her words, but understands the meaning behind them. And that, my friend, is a rare experience for any woman, especially one who is used to dealing with men who only scratch the surface. Before we wrap this up, I want you to remember something crucial. These two positions aren't tricks or manipulations. They're about becoming a better version of yourself, a man who truly values what he sees in front of him. Women, especially mature women, have a radar for authenticity. They know when someone is being real or just putting on a show. So if you practice these positions with sincerity, not only will you stand out, but you'll also attract the kind of connection that's meaningful and lasting. So now the question is, are you ready to step into that version of yourself? Are you ready to stop chasing and start attracting? To be the man who doesn't just want a woman's attention, but earns her respect and admiration? If you are, then start putting these two positions into practice. Pay attention to your own calm confidence and let your curiosity guide you to deeper conversations. Thank you for staying with me until the end. If you found this valuable, don't forget to like the video, subscribe, and leave a comment below with your thoughts. I want to hear about your experiences, your challenges, and the successes you've had in connecting with mature women. Until next time, keep growing, keep learning, and remember, the power to attract lies not in what you say, but in who you are.